Cardinals looking to bounce back from a 21-17 Week 1 loss to the University of Wisconsin lacrosse. Chad Hurst and the University of Redlands making the trip to Naperville as Nick Kukoc and the Cardinals hope to hit the ground running in this one. First play from scrimmage for the Cardinals, Spencer Stanek finds Ryan Rizak on the left side. He turns this one into a 9-yard gain. Later in the drive, the Cardinals go back to the ground game. Nick Kukoc slicing and dicing his way for 25 yards to the Redlands 29. That would lead to Stanek finding Kukoc in the flat, and Kukoc does what he does best, makes a couple tacklers miss and finds his way into the end zone for a 7-0 North Central lead. Now it's time for the Bulldogs to go to work on their opening drive. Chad Hurst finds Aaron Atkins for the 9-yard gain and a Redlands first down. Bulldogs facing 4th and inches in North Central territory. Hurst takes this one himself, and he's able to get the first down. That leads to Brad Crisanti rumbling in from 1 yard out. His helmet falls off, but he holds on to the ball and ties the game at 7. Now in the second quarter, Cardinals going back to the air as Stanek fires to Stolzenberg. He makes the diving catch and a 20-yard gain. Very next play, same combination. This one for 19 yards down to the Redlands 8. That leads to Nick Kukoc getting the handoff from Stanek, and he finds the end zone for his second time on the day. Cardinals lead 14-7. Defense would force a 3-and-out on the ensuing possession. Jordan Tassio at quarterback keeps the ball and goes 13 yards into Redlands territory. Then Spencer Stanek rolling left. He'll keep this one as well. 9 more yards, and the Cardinals in the red zone. That leads to Nick Kukoc once again finding the end zone. His second rushing touchdown on the day makes it 21-7 Cards. Time to show the defense a little love in this highlight as Hurst drops back to pass, but Nick Slezak jumps the route. He's got some blockers in front of him, and a nice return puts the Cardinals in Redlands territory. Cardinals march down to the Redlands 4, and Jordan Tassio taking the snap. He'll keep this one himself on the option, and the Cardinals go up 28-7 heading into halftime. Crazy series of events to start the second half as Hurst with his first attempt of the third quarter gets picked off, and that's Nick Slezak again. But on the Cardinals' first throw attempt, it's Jordan Tassio rolling right and going for it all, but that one's intercepted at the 1-yard line, and it's Redlands ball. Very next play, it's Hurst again dropping back, and Josh Mitchell reads this one like a book. Interception, and the Cardinals take over. Working with the short field, Jordan Tassio would take this one himself from 8 yards out, and the Cardinals jump out to a 35-7 lead. Bulldogs would march down the field on the next drive, but as Crisanti hits the hole, the ball pops out, and the Cardinals all over it. Alex Tripp emerges from the pile, and North Central takes over. They move the ball all the way down the field, ending with Nick Kukoc running right and cutting it back in, diving in for his third rushing touchdown of the game, a new career high for the senior. Defense would take care of the rest as the Cardinals avenged their loss to Redlands last season with a commanding 42-16 win.
We were really talking about last year and kind of remembering how bad that felt last year. So we just really wanted to come out and just keep our foot on the pedal and just keep coming at them.
We knew that they were going to come out and basically have the same game plan that they did last year, go 5 wide, 4 wide, throw the ball. He gets it out real quick, 2 seconds and the ball's out. So this year, instead of just dropping back and playing like 8 men in zone coverage, this year we put a lot of pressure on him, made him get the ball out even faster, and he made a few mistakes and we executed.
We didn't have any swagger, we didn't have any confidence. Last week we went out and played hard, but we weren't really dominating as a defense. And I thought this week, after we got through that first drive and we remember how to tackle the rest of the time, then we turned it on and kids started playing with some confidence. So that's what we'll carry out of this one.
It was just big plays by the offensive line. They were blocking really well for Nick Kukoc, and Tassio was awesome. But basically it was just the offensive line, you know, and Spencer Stanek did awesome. I thought he was great tonight, so it was good.
It was great knowing that Spencer was able to bounce back the way he did. It shows he's got poise and character. You know, he's not going to let one game bring him back. He's a great athlete, and that's what he's doing. He's coming to play, and he's going to read his assignments. He's going to figure out the coverages. He's going to play football. 2 Wisconsin teams and then a ranked top 25 team is pretty unbelievable for a non-conference schedule, especially when you're in the CCIW. So we're just going to come out with the same game plan. Now we got our swagger back. It's going to be a long trip, and we're excited for it.
Cardinals hope to carry this momentum into next weekend when they travel to the University of Wisconsin Stout on Saturday. Kickoff set for 1 p.m.